Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of She Said What podcast, where we master life with confidence by doing away with limiting beliefs, one podcast at a time. And as you know, we have a special guest. All my guests are special, but this one is near and dear to my heart. I met her as she was interviewing me, and now I'm interviewing her. I want you to give a warm welcome to the self-proclaimed host of the Amanda Sapp Morning Show. And the general manager of the amazing 102.5 Morning Show. Please give a round of applause to Amanda Sapp, honey. Woo woo!
I feel like there should be some applause.
Yeah.
Something.
We need something, right?
Yeah,
I know y'all are
thank you.
clapping out there.
You know, actually, you're enough. The stress is enough.
Yes.
And the space is enough. So thank you so much for having me, Chavez.
Yes,
I appreciate you.
I love that you're here, and I want to take a moment to say we've been knowing each other for a while now, but we never really hung out or anything like that, and we were just someone we met on our, because she knew me from my show, but she recently reached out to me, random, guys, random, and was just like, I love what you're doing, I see you, and I want to help you. And that was chilling for me because we don't get that a lot in entrepreneurship, and we fight so hard to be seen.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in a corporate job, you kind of get those prizes and those hand clap accolades because you might get like employee of the year, or you'll get some type of award, some type of pat on the back. When you're your own boss, there is no pat on the back, so it's just validating to know that someone sees you because you're working so hard, and you hope that you're doing the right things, but you're just out here. Like, there's no guideline, no blueprint. It's just trial, fail, try and error.
Yeah.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
So I really want to say thank you. I appreciate that. And I actually got you. Can you, Maya, can you bring those yellow flowers over there? I actually got you some flowers. And that is from my heart. I appreciate that.
You just did my makeup, but I'm already tearing. We haven't sat down 3 minutes.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
I really want you to
man.
know that you validated me. It was so random. I appreciate it. I feel like it was so genuine and authentic. So I appreciate that.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is just, we just moving and grooming and
right.
flowing.
I remember when I first started in just trying to do business and trying to get out and deciding, at the time.
Thank you,
Thank
Maya.
you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, madam. When I first decided to get into business, into entertainment, I had not a damn clue.
Yeah.
I was trying to get away from my marriage at the time. My mom was like, "Hey, I want to kick my sewing business off, and I know you can help me."
Yeah.
So, girl, I took the casino bus from Houston to Lake Charles.
I love the casino.
And I started. I just started. And I was so excited to be in a new space, in a new thing, and something that I was actually supporting, helping, doing. And I was with my mom.
Yeah.
And literally my life changed immediately. Once I decided to say yes to something that I knew nothing about, but excited about.
Yeah.
If that made sense. And so, but in that time, of going into something you've never experienced to where I am right now, and I still have so much to do.
Yeah.
I think about some of these hurdles and these challenges and these. No one is gonna pat you on the back, and hell, you don't know if you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Or and I've questioned myself many times. Should I say it this way?
Yeah.
Was I too much here? Did I do too much here? Not enough?
Yeah.
Should I have even gone to this? Do I belong in this room? Why would they invite me here? Why didn't they invite me? You know,
Yeah.
whatever the questions are, all of that has run through my mind between the time that I started to leave something that was no longer serving me to going into something that I never even knew what it could be, but I was open to it. And to have you um, give me this, it is so heartwarming. And that is validating. And that makes me know for damn sure that I was supposed to get on that casino bus and
Yes.
come and sit with you.
Yes, I'm so glad you did. I'm so
I am
glad
too.
you did.
We are not, I know it hasn't been 5 minutes. And I think about, and I know you have questions, and I'm sorry, I'll let you get to that.
Okay, friend.
I remember when you came to my studio. My studio was dusty then. I don't want to, talk down on it, but it was an office space, and I think they turned it into tried to make it into a studio. But it was what we had, and do what you can where you are with what you have. And you came as a guest, looking as beautiful as you do today.
Thank you.
Always so polished. And you gave me a makeup kit.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this kid like you had something with a star at the end. It was like a little liner thing, a star. You put the star on each side. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this when I get home. So I'm up here, got stars all on my face, trying to make it work. But it takes people like you who believe in the product that they have. And like, I'm putting this out here. Y'all gonna wear this.
Yeah.
And you did that. And I'm grateful for you for spending time with me when you did. And I thank you for this. This is the epitome of giving people their flowers while they're here.
Yes.
So I thank you. I went all the way around to say thank you.
Of course. Of course.
Thank you.
Well, I do believe that God put people, in your life. Yeah, thank you guys.
Actually, I'm just gonna hold on to them.
You're gonna hold it, my baby.
Yeah.
It goes with your outfit.
It does.
It's just a vibe.
This is so lovely. What a warm and welcoming way to invite someone into your space.
Of course. So I know, you took us through that journey of just evolution, and it seemed like everything was happening all at the same time. So what gave you that gumption to even say, although I have all of this going on, I'm going to take a chance on myself?
I was talking to one of my colleagues one day, and you said it just now, survival mode.
Yep.
I think there's so much power in that.
That's a good perspective.
Oh, it is. And I realized that a couple of days ago when we were just talking. There's a certain level of hungry that you have when you just want.
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
but you want it and you need it. Mm-hmm. You got to have it. And so I think that was my drive.
Okay.
That change, the need and desire for change now.
Yeah.
And something about in that moment when I decided to just do what my mom simply asked me to do, allowed me to think about not, I'm going to make this change. It was, I'm going to get out of what I'm in right now. And having that survival mode, having that certain sense of hunger makes you dream about things that you're not in. So your mind is expanding to something you've never seen.
Yeah.
When you expand to something you've never seen, now you want to know, how do I get there?
Yeah.
What do I need to do to get to this thing that I've never seen? So having, even in that moment, that was the drive for me to push towards an imaginary vision of better. Whatever better is, I'm going to do that to get to that.
Yeah.
That was what forced me to keep going.
Yeah.
The day that I met her, I had set up a vendor table for her. It was this hair show, and she was doing like handkerchiefs, and my mom is so extra. So she had all her sewing material. Like, who's buying cloth at this hair show? But this is what she does. So she's bringing what she does. Yeah. She had all of this, so much stuff, handkerchiefs, church dresses, cloths, all these things. And as I'm not thinking about that. I'm just like, let me just bring people to this table. So as I'm doing that, someone stopped me. Shout out to Quiet Clothing, because that was the lady who stopped me. She said, do you do events? She said, do you organize events? I did never organize nothing. No event, at least. Yeah. And I said, yeah. Of course I do. Don't you see what I'm doing here?
Yeah, been
Absolutely,
doing
I can
it.
do an event, no problem. And she hired me to organize her. This is my first fashion show. And it was a kid. It was
Wow.
called Kitty Quad Clothing or something like that. And that led to me meeting someone who had a magazine. So Jam Source magazine was like, "Do you write?" "Yeah, I write."
Of course.
Easy. Of course I do. So I went from doing being at my mom's table as a vendor to organizing a kids fashion show to writing for a magazine.
Wow.
This all in 3 months.
Wow.
You know, I went from summertime to probably like October or something like
Yeah.
that, to closer to December. But even then, that led to now I'm doing festivals. I did 2 festivals in 2015 at the same time. It was Groove Fest and uh, Black Heritage Festival,
Oh
like big ones.
wow. Okay.
God didn't give me anything small,
Yes.
you know, and He knew that I could do all things through Him.
Yes.
And I didn't have to think about, am I going to make this money? And money wasn't even a thought. It was just, I'm doing what I love to do.
Yes.
I know we're going all around in this thing.
No, we're going perfect.
I'm so sorry. But
Y'all
it's
are loving it.
making me
I'm
think
loving
about
it.
that. Because women or people who decide to get in business are oftentimes discouraged.
Yes.
And the thing is, this just gets started. I think me just jumping out into something that I knew God had a plan for me and didn't worry about how I was going to get around to it allowed me to be able to be open to the opportunities that came my way. I was always open.
Yeah.
I am still always open.
I love that.
And it's just been such a wonderful ride.
Yeah.
You know, full of ups and downs, of course. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Love and love lost, all of the things. But if I sit and really think about all the things that God has brought me through, and all the opportunities that have come my way are still coming my way.
Yeah.
I sit in excitement and enthusiasm because I know that God is not through with me yet.
Period.
So
I love that.
I hope someone is encouraged by that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you're looking at her. You're looking at her because, one of my problems that I have is that perfectionism that mostly all entrepreneurs have, but it's just to a level of it has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be right. And it's like you said, you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll learn along the way. So it's just like confirmation that knowing that it's not all the way 100% is exactly where you need to be because once it's on your heart, you can get started.
Yeah.
So that it's just a beautiful thing to know and just to see where you are now.
Yeah.
And we're talking, and I know Amanda, but you guys don't know. So can you tell everybody a little bit about who you are,
Sure.
what you do, where you're from?
Sure. I'm originally from Louisiana. I am a trailblazer.
Yes.
I'm solution based. I find wherever I don't find, but if there is a issue, my thoughts are, how do we fix it?
Mm-hmm.
What is the next step here?
Mm-hmm.
Because we need to get to that, whatever that is. I'm someone who is determined. I'm resilient. I am passionate. I'm driven, self-motivated, and I am excited about life.
Yeah.
And very positive and grateful.
I love how you answer that. And let me tell you why. I have done a couple of interviews now, and even the ones I do myself on different platforms, we're so used to giving ourselves titles.
Mm-hmm.
When I asked you, what you do and explain, you literally told me verbs. Like you told me who you are just as Amanda, and I love that without the titles, without all of that. I love that, and I talk about this too. Language is so important.
Very.
It guides you.
It does.
And so I just love how you answered that. You're a trailblazer. You're a visionary. You're, all the things, but you're not your title.
No, the title is great, right?
It's
great
amazing.
To have. It's amazing to have.
Yeah.
If you want to know, I am the VP of Media at Bread of Life Inc. I just recently been promoted a month ago.
Yes,
so thank you for having me on. Timing is just perfect.
Yes.
And I'm the general manager of our community radio station, which is amazing, 102.5 FM. those things are great. I am deserving because I put in the work.
Mm.
And so I say that because you're correct. I am not a title because I got so much more to give.
Period.
This is a part of what I do, but who God has me to become, I don't even know yet. I know I'm walking through it, and I know that I'm taking the right steps and that I'm doing, and even in fear sometimes. Even start of the year, I was just like, I had so much, I won't say anxiety, but you know that nervous, like right
Just them little
here,
butterflies and
butterflies, and it's
yeah.
just like, you know, and it's just waking up in the morning,
Yeah.
but it's just like, I know that this purpose must be done. And so that is what kind of had me with these things.
Yeah.
And then that is what makes me say, okay, for this 2024, I need this discipline. What does discipline look like for me? How am I changing my habits? I started reading these, Think and Grow Rich and all of the books that the
Yeah.
people tell you to read.
Yeah.
The thought leaders and the people who have done it before
Yeah.
you. And I'm now starting to study people who, again, have done it before me, and just learn and be a sponge and continue to grow in that way. But what I'm trying to say to you is, because I'm continuing to evolve, I can't just say I'm just that.
Right.
Just that one thing. It is a part of me. I'm so grateful and honored. When I say I'm honored to be in the position that I'm in, um, words can't describe it.
Yeah.
When you came as a guest on my show and get how this product and all these things, you know, uh, that's something to be proud of. You have a thing. You found a thing.
Yeah.
From your passion that you love, and you're presenting it to the world. Like it, love it, or leave it.
Yeah.
You have decided.
Ooh.
Which is important.
Yeah.
Is decision. We need to do that as
Decision
entrepreneurs.
based.
I'm learning this.
Yeah.
As business owners, as people in leadership positions, you must make decisions, and you must make them now. And you can't let the things around you kind of dictate how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm learning right now, just the moments of silence is so important, because you need to be in a space where opinions are not guiding you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that sounds scary.
It does.
But it sounds uplifting.
It's so necessary.
Yes.
It's so necessary.
We got a lot going on over here. I got a lot.
I can
I'm
see
a
that.
Sag. So when is your birthday? I'm curious.
My birthday is October 29th.
Okay, so October is a Libra.
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's the end of the month. Okay, that makes sense. I love that. Okay.
Yep, me too.
I love that. So, the way you speak, the way you move, your life story and everything, it really reminds me of a life coach. And to me, life coach are the leaders and the pioneers for business, all business women, and just anyone in general to help you reach that goal. And that kind of is the vibe I'm getting from you. Leadership for sure. So where are you in that, and what has life taught you to equip you to
Sure.
be in that field?
I was 18 years old when I moved to Nederland, Texas. Nederland, Texas.
Okay.
Nederland? Man, it's so long ago.
Small town?
Very.
Okay.
Near Beaumont.
Oh, okay.
And I remember this young man that I was working with. No. Actually, I was dating someone at the time.
Okay.
Or something like that. I can't remember. I know it was a man.
Okay.
The man told me this.
Okay.
And he would say to me, you got to get up. Because I would have to get up early in the morning.
Yeah.
And he would say, you got to get up. You wake up. It's time. Go. It's time to get to work and all these things. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget that, because now in my brain, I say that to myself in every morning. It's time to get up. You got to get up. Even, again, regardless of what I may be experiencing personally, whatever it might be, I literally have taught to myself here lately more now than ever to motivate myself to keep moving no matter what. Because I have people depending on me, because I have fans, I have followers, I have supporters, I have people that I haven't even met yet who are waiting for me. And I'm not saying I'm living life for them, but I'm living life because of God. Like, God has put me in the world for such a time as this. I don't question that.
Yeah.
So I have a responsibility to get up in spite of.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm learning about myself, is that when I walk around my building at work, saying I can do anything, but I really can. I don't
You
say that
literally
in a
can.
boastful way,
Yeah.
but just to know that I was in bed and could not, and almost talked myself out of getting out of it, and I did it anyway, proves to me that I have purpose and I have something to give and I can do this. Many days I've felt like that, I am this positive person, but I have to be positive to me sometimes too.
Yeah.
And that hasn't always been as easy. But knowing that throughout, like you asked me earlier, how was my day? What was it like? It was really productive. But before that, it was like,
Yeah.
I have to do this,
Yeah.
I do have to do this. And I did it, and it became successful.
Love that.
So it's just like more of me getting out of the way of my own self.
Ooh, hello.
And really just doing it.
Yeah.
Just like when you want to start your business.
Yeah.
If you think about, oh, it ain't right yet, I can't. What if they don't? What if all of the what ifs? Now you sitting on something God gave you.
Yeah.
And you could have already been doing it. Failed forward, made the mistakes, refined it, defined it, and kept pushing.
Yes.
We miss these opportunities because we don't sometimes. We just, the faith isn't there.
Yeah. That's what it is, for sure.
The
faith.
And it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you have a chance to do it again.
Yeah.
The next day.
Yeah.
And decide, just like you decided to have your product, you can decide, okay, today is the day I'm going to do this next thing.
Yeah.
And two, I've learned too to take things in small chunks.
Okay.
I think sometimes we have this grandioso goal. I'm going to be this amazing this. And then we think to ourselves, well, I don't have this. I don't do that.
That's me.
Right?
Yeah.
But then it's just the little things that you do every day to get to that point. That really, by the time you're there, you're like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah. I won't say that. No.
Right.
But yeah, that makes sense. Because it will. Those intrusive thoughts will leave you paralyzed.
Girl.
It will leave you stuck.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to do this, but then those little things in the back of your mind, it's like, but you don't have A, you don't have B. How are you going to do this? And how will you look?
Yeah.
It's a vulnerability in entrepreneurship that not a lot of people realize until they're in it.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're exposing yourself, and then that's where imposter syndrome and all that comes in. But how to work through it, like you said, is those baby steps. It's just, I'm going to send this email. It can be as simple as that.
Girl, we speak power to purpose.
Yes.
Is what you do.
Yeah.
And you know what that
power
becomes.
to purpose.
Yeah, you have to. It becomes a part of your subconscious.
Yeah.
And you realize that you're doing the things that you know what to do anyway. So once you've trained your mindset on these things, that they will soon become natural to you, like an email. You know how you talk about paralyzing. How about just sending an email?
Just sending it. It's like,
knowing that, and sometimes too, I think sometimes I have been afraid of the greatness that I know is coming behind it.
Yeah. No, literally,
Seriously.
Fear of success is
it's a real
real.
thing. Yeah, it's a real thing.
Real. That's my problem. It's not so much failure, because I've failed and I've embraced it. I'm
that's
very
not
optimistic.
even a thing. It's a part of this. Yeah.
But the success part, and then you happen to keep it up. Am I even worthy? It's a lack of feeling worthy of what you know it's in you that I feel like that's the problem. That's the underlying. Am I worthy of what you want, God? Yeah. So how do you work through that? Just accepting that worthiness.
I go back to think about all of the times that I would, share with people very close to me what I was going to do next. Just wait. I'm going to get this. I'm gonna get this and all that. I remember one time I used to work. This already sounds strange to you. I was a forklift operator at.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
At what is the Switzerland store, furniture store?
I'm not
They
sure.
have a warehouse. It's in Baytown. I can't think of the name anyway. And one day, my friend, because what happened was I had a really big deal on the line, really big deal. And he said, "Close your eyes." We on the phone talking. He said, "Close your eyes." Close my eyes. He said, "Do you?" Oh, I know what it was. I was getting ready to get a deal with. I want to say it was Comcast or one of these
Oh,
types of people.
nice. Okay.
And that's the thing. Now it's so natural. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm
It's
supposed
like,
to have
yeah.
that.
I
So it
love
was
that.
one of those. It was a Comcast or something like that.
Yeah.
And he said, "Close your eyes." I closed my eyes. And he said, "You see those, you remember them boots you had on? Cement, the concrete, the steel toes."
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Remember that, the jacket? You got to put the little lime jacket on so people can see you coming
Yeah.
along." He said, "You remember that truck that you used to drive? Do you want to go back to that?" I said,
Hello.
I opened my eyes. No. He said, "Send the damn email."
Immediately.
Girl, I was typing so fast. I've never typed
Ooh,
fast
I
in my
like
life.
that. I like that.
You got to remember where you come from so you don't repeat it.
Mm.
Now, if that's not where you want to go,
Even where you are.
all of it.
Yeah.
I think procrastination is a tall tale sign of that.
Yeah.
Procrastination is not even a bad thing.
No.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's something that shares with you a fear that you have or an experience that you've encountered that kind of warns you.
Yeah.
It's all about perspective.
Mm.
So I've taken procrastination as looking back and saying, why am I taking so long to send this?
Yeah.
What is the real problem here?
Mm.
And then I go back and I fix that. Then I send what I need to do. But I have done so much reflection.
Yeah.
So many times, all the time, every day.
So important.
It really is.
Yeah. It's like, where is this coming from?
So that's how I work through,
Yeah.
to answer your question. I just think about the struggle for two reasons. One, because I never want to go back to it.
Yeah.
But then for two, so I can stay hungry.
Yeah. It's that gratitude in it too.
Yeah.
Like, I can appreciate that version of me, but she can stay where she's at.
She can stay. She can be on a forklift.
She can gladly stay where she's at.
Please. In fact.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. But that just wasn't what I know. God called me for something else.
Exactly.
So
what is the something else as present Amanda Sapp?
Sure.
What are we looking like?
So Amanda Sapp is going to be an international keynote speaker.
Hello.
Amanda Sapp is changing lives. Period. I believe that I am what radio didn't know it needed.
Hello.
And that's that medium, right? There's so many other areas of entertainment, of media, of content that is happening. But if you think about it, I'm going to do one at a time, right? We steps with it, right?
Yeah.
I believe I'm taking that radio experience and transforming people's lives. That is my ministry. That is what my vehicle to not only share the mission of how I have evolved, but then also to share stories from people who made it, or who are making it. I've had so many wonderful opportunities with human beings that lay it all out, almost like laying it on the altar. And then they leaving, they feel good now.
Yeah. You're able to empty them out. It's like,
right.
Okay.
And then I take that and I say, thank you. I say, thank you. It's such a gift to be able to be with someone who wants to allow you to be yourself and be present and share moments that are happening in your life.
Yeah.
I get to do that. Yeah. I get to do that. I get to be with people who don't mind revealing.
And being vulnerable, yeah.
If you've ever been with someone the first time, and you're naked with this person,
yeah.
What a spiritual moment.
Yeah.
It's breathtaking.
Yeah.
And I feel that way with every encounter and every interview that I have on our platform at Amazing 102.5. I feel I am so grateful for that. So, but anyway,
I felt that energy.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
definitely did. And I believe all your guests does as
I
well.
have great ones,
Mhm.
this isn't about that, but it's just an honor.
Yeah, I love that. You're living in your purpose, and I love to see it. So I believe that life takes you full circle.
Sure.
The forklift job, the
Yeah.
casino ride, everything leads
Yeah.
you back to where you are at any point in your life, especially the present.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about your childhood.
Sure.
What did you know? Were you always into the industry life that you're in now, or what can you say that kind of led you to this point as a child?
When so one thing about me is I'm a twin.
Oh wow! I had no idea. I did not know that.
We are fraternal, and so I got to have a buddy.
So fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
I got to have a buddy with me my whole life, right?
Yeah.
But when it was time for me to kind of like figure out myself,
Yeah.
I was always involved. Like I was student council treasurer, class president for 3 years in a row, student of the year. I was an overachiever, not even really realizing that.
Okay.
But I was always the things.
Mm-hmm.
I had to write speeches. I had to write things all the time. English was it was a fun class for me.
Okay.
My sister and I, we were always the nice people at school.
Oh, sweet.
And I think that the people in school knew I would be doing this.
Yeah.
They're not surprised. They are excited for me.
Yeah.
And we don't talk every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't talk every day or any of those things, but like if I post or something like that, they heart and they'll say things like that. We're not surprised. So I've always been that person. I've spoken in front of people even in high school. I remember having to do that in front of like the auditorium. What do you call it? The thing. Mm-hmm. And so when I graduated from high school, I knew that I wanted to be I wanted to go to school for communications with a concentration in public relations. Okay. So I knew that. Mm-hmm. I did not finish school.
Oh, okay.
Because at the time, I used my problem with my marriage to quit. I probably wanted to quit anyway. I don't know. Yeah. And I hate to bring that up in that way, like, oh my God, this made me. Yeah. But I honestly.
It made you realize.
Yeah. I was literally overwhelmed. I went to school in the summer. I'm saying this out loud because I have family members in my life right now who I think are overwhelmed from COVID pandemic and they're just hopping into school when they probably need a break. I think I needed a break, and so I used the trauma in my relationship to be like, screw this.
This
I'm
is
never
the reason.
going back. I'm cutting. I need to leave. Let me get out of here.
Yeah.
So then I started teaching myself. So when I did get in entertainment, really, truly, I started like going to classes, or not classes, like conferences. Okay. Self-help type of things. Yeah. So I could do what the big boys do.
Still education. Yeah. Even better.
But I also did collections. Okay. So my jobs trained me. I had really good people working with me. Like these, man, when I tell you my jobs, it was more of like family going to work. I never had a boring job. It was just, except that forklift. I was falling asleep on the forklift. I just needed to make it.
You needed to get out of there.
But everything else, like I did collections, so it would teach me how to talk.
Oh, okay.
I was collecting for Chase and Capital One, and my managers who were all my age. Yeah. So I'm learning from people who are in my same sort of space. Yeah. And so what I didn't get from school, I learned from work.
Real life.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And so so it was more of that. I think people in school knew I would be doing something like what I do now. Mm-hmm. Did they know I'd be running a radio station? Probably not. Yeah. Hell, I didn't know I was going to be running a radio station, but I could see it once I got in it. It was not impossible. So I ended up learning, like, once I got to Amazing, I learned how to host. I learned how to operate the board. I learned how to be an engineer. I've been to the towers. I know how to switch things. I know how to do all of the things. Yeah. And I think me being open to learning how to do that
Yep.
allowed me to be open to the responsibility of the leadership that is now, you know, gifted to me.
Yep.
So none of it is a surprise. The only surprise is that I didn't open my mind sooner. You know, that's
Yeah.
really it.
That's the key word, being open. Because then that way, once you're opening yourself and you're allowing it, then God and what He created is able, the universe is able to come in and give it to you because it's just waiting.
Yeah.
Everything is just waiting there. It's just waiting on you. You're the driver. And it's crazy how such a small thing can just be so big because when you cut it off, it's like, if you don't allow yourself to believe I am this, you're not gonna be it.
You know
all.
what else too is I think environment does matter.
Oh,
what
for
you're
sure.
around, who you're around. You know what that saying, "Birds of a feather flock together." It's a real thing.
Yeah.
So I think we have to be mindful about what it is that we're inviting into our space. Music that you're listening to. I've been super intentional about making sure that, you know, if I'm in my alone time, because you can't. I mean, sometimes you're just with whatever is happening.
Yeah.
But in my alone time, sometimes I just need to be still.
Yeah.
And I need to allow my thoughts to wander, so that I can come to a place to where I'm not influenced.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm not influenced.
Yeah.
So I can kind of go back and just think about, okay, what am I doing here today? What is the next? What is this? What is that? And how do I do it?
Yeah.
You know. So
speaking of your environment, so my mom was a teen mom.
Okay.
So we grew up together, and the parts of the places we stayed at wasn't always the best.
Yeah.
And she had to put herself, and her mindset had to be so different and so strong to, kind of overcome what she was surrounded by. How was your journey in life? And if you were in a predicament like that, how can you tell someone else how they can get out of that? Because it's kind of hard when you have all this noise.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say, oh, I'm going to be this. And especially if you're in survival mode and everything around you, there's nothing around you that kind of lifts you.
Yeah.
What can you tell someone that may be in that predicament? How do you get through that?
I think for me, one of the things that I didn't allow, and my family now, they understand it now, but no negative thought. You can't speak to me negatively. Like, to me, around me, I'm leaving. My sister, she good at that. If it's not what she is hearing, she gone. And she just came. She drove 3 hours to get here.
Hello.
She will turn right around.
I love that.
But sometimes you got to be like that because you got to protect your energy.
Yeah.
So I think even in survival mode and struggle mode, in all of the modes, it sometimes take you being so determined that you do not let anything intervene in your getting out of survival mode. People are people. People are human. They don't know what you're experiencing.
Right.
So you have to be an advocate for yourself.
And set their boundaries.
You have to.
For
Sometimes it's unspoken. So what did somebody tell me? What's said, what's understood don't need to be explained.
Have to be explained or said. Like, they'll
just go
understand
do what you got to do for you.
That's true.
Literally, like, move yourself out of the way and let things happen for you.
Yeah.
And just be still.
Yeah.
In the best way that you can. And I would say to anybody who is in a space of, potential struggle or anything like that, or in that survival mode, to not consider it a bad thing completely, but consider it a time for you to be able to sit with yourself. Yeah. Because there's something that has happened before you got to that maybe you experienced, maybe you did, maybe you didn't even do. Yeah. But you need to be able to process this. We get so used to just, oh, this happened, I'm going, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, just moving on to the next thing. But what happens is you repeat the cycle. So if you don't really have a moment to reflect about what has happened, you'll continue to have that those survival patterns. Mode. Yeah. I remember one time my birthday came, and one of my mentors, he said, I wrote this whole thing on Instagram and all that, and he said, now it's time to do the work. what that meant was I needed to work on me still.
Yeah.
I can say all these quotes, everything's nice, I'm positive, all of the things. But there was some internal things that I needed to be a good person.
Yeah.
Not just to others, but to myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're so mean to ourselves,
For sure.
And I needed to be nice to me and how I want to talk to people, how I want people to talk to me, all the things. I needed to do the work. So sometimes you just need to be still and do the work on yourself. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that starts with journaling too. I would write so much angry things, good things, what was happening right then and there. Sometimes I would say I don't know what to write. I would write that in my journal. But that did help me.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. So my journey with mental health and everything started with self-reflection.
Yeah.
Once I learned to really love myself, because you could say it, it's like, yeah, I love me, but do you really?
Yeah.
How you talk to yourself when nobody's around,
Yeah.
like you said, how do you view yourself? So it's just like, going through that, knowing that, mental health is so important to me. And like you said, journaling, but is there anything else that you could tell us that you went through as far as transforming your mind and loving, connecting with yourself?
So when I was homeless,
Didn't know that.
I was.
Wow.
I remember the day I was, because I lived in my car. And I remember the day I was driving, I was like, I seen somebody with a case of water or selling waters or something. I was like, I should go get a case of water. I can sell it at $2, at 32 in a pack. How much money is that? How many waters do I need to sell? Survival mode, right? Yeah. And I remember that moment for me. And I think about, I didn't even have to struggle. My mama didn't right here in Louisiana. I could just go back home.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do this entertainment thing. I want to do this entertainment thing. Yeah. Then I lost my car. Yeah. Now I'm on the bus. And then I'm driving from one place I'm on the bus, 3 different places and all of these things. But those were experiences that I had that I needed to come out of. God called me to more. So what is it that I'm doing? Like you said, if I love myself, then how do I show that? You know how? Taking care of your finances.
Oh, wow. That's not even talked about a lot.
It's really not. But somebody that loves himself doesn't frivolously spend. I was doing that, I could have just paid the car note, just didn't do it. My car was taken from me at one point. Just all of these things. But when you decide to make a decision, dedicate your time to knowing how you move, where is income going to come from, how am I going to make my money work for me, self-help books, how am I going to, what are the personal goals that I want to reach, and how am I going to get there? Really focusing on yourself. I've dated and all of these things. And I think I've dated in all of these things. And in the times when I was broken up with the people that I did, I was so out of there. Yeah. Mind gone. Wow. Depressed. Yeah. I'm supposed to marry this person. Rock bottom.
I understand.
We supposed to. I seen my life already. Right. This is what we supposed to be doing.
This wasn't a part of the plan that I made up in my mind. Yeah.
Or that we discussed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to get out of it. My cousin would say, you got to shake back. You got to shake back because you're more than what that particular scenario thing was. So I've been able to come out of these types of things. Sometimes people can't. Yeah. That's when you lean on, books or solitude or, instrumentals. It's so powerful for me.
Okay.
I'm sitting here listening. Matter of fact, Andre 3000's.
And that makes so much sense. You're in radio.
Well, yeah. 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 But the instrumentals, there's no music. And even watch the instrumentals you listen to because they have an underlining message too. Yeah. But those have been some of the saving moments for me, saving grace moments. Yeah. because it's just it allows me to be able to let my mind dance with melody as opposed to dance with whatever people are saying in their songs, whatever. No shade to anything, but me, Amanda Sapp, has to take moments to just be. And it has been such an awesome experience. Sometimes sad. Yeah. Because I just got to deal with that. Yeah.
It's a part of it.
I got to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I don't, it'll show up in ways that I didn't even expect. And what I don't want to do is that. Then you start putting it on people, and they like, "What's wrong with the other day?" You know. It's really because I didn't deal with it. But now that I understand that, I deal with it accordingly. I govern myself accordingly. That means go take you a time out, take a breath. There's this girl. Her name is Kalia Guillory. She has nap bar. And she's an advocate for people taking naps. And so that has been the thing for me. Like, you need to do that. Go sit down somewhere and lay down.
Nap. That's why it's so important in kindergarten. It's like they should have kept that going. Yeah.
We just didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
You had to take a nap.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. I love that you said, how was your relationship with money?
Yeah. Still learning.
How is your relationship with money? Yeah. Why are you spending like that?
Why? What is happening?
Yeah. How do you view
maybe it's maybe you never had it.
Yeah.
And now you do. And it's kind of like,
hey,
I deserve this. I need this gold table that only, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need this.
It's because I need,
Because I need it. I deserve it. I've been working hard all week.
Don't let my husband see this. I need that.
Yeah. Yeah. But truly, what is the relationship with money? I'm learning that. Yeah. Girl, it would be easy to go spend $200.
It's nothing. $2. That's $2. Especially if you go to Target. It's out of there.
And don't go out for lunch, breakfast, dinner every day.
Yeah.
And then you say to yourself, well, I got to eat.
Yeah.
You know. Another thing I did differently for myself was I became a vegetarian.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
That was 7 months ago. And so for me, that was a challenge. I'm always looking for a challenge. I'm always looking for a challenge.
I see that.
It's great.
Yeah.
I feel better. I look better. I have another level of confidence in myself because I did it. I asked my mom, we always going to do, all started together. Mm-hmm. Girl, one weekend, they was at Popeyes.
Yeah. Oh, they were done. Oh my God. Yeah.
They were done. But I said, I'm going to keep going. Right.
Everything.
Right. But I said, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Because I just want to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And I've had, like we talked about my guests, I've had some really great guests. I know a lady who reversed her lupus from changing her diet. She said doctors didn't believe she could do it, but she did. Wrote a book about it and all of that. But hearing those types of things made me think about my own health and what I need to do, and making sure I don't have high blood pressure. Just the things. Yeah. The things. So I knew that eating, what I put in my mouth, what I eat, specifically what I eat, is it also can determine like how I sleep. Yeah.
Everything.
How I feel throughout the day, just things like that. So I changed my diet. Yeah.
Everything. That's so true. Yeah. That's so true. So I heard that after 90 days, that's how things become a part of your lifestyle, pattern. Is that true? How was that with food?
Absolutely.
Was it after 90 days or did it take longer? Or?
I'd already stopped eating pork and beef.
Okay.
But so not eating meat at all wasn't too far-fetched.
Okay.
It was not easy at first. But then also, too, I found that there was so much variety out there that you can grow your own food, that you can go to markets.
True.
You can experience other people who are doing it, too.
Yeah.
So being a part of groups, being a part of people who are also doing that or eat this way kind of helped me maintain the course.
Okay.
Stay the course. So.
I love that. I agree. I kind of experienced that my son, when I had him, he was allergic to dairy. And then soon after, so many other things that I was just so nervous and it would affect him. And I was breastfeeding. Yeah. So what I ate, it came out through my milk. And so I literally had to go cold turkey, no dairy. And that meant not even in the ingredients on the back of the labels. Yeah. Like, I had to learn that too. But I felt so much better.
Yeah.
I lost weight like crazy.
Yeah.
So I agree. And it's crazy once you make up in your mind like this is not something that is an option.
Yeah.
It's not an option.
Yeah.
It made it a little bit easier when I, had to live for someone else
Yeah.
or just
Oh,
think
yeah.
outside of myself, just my health and my child. So I do like that. I kind of do want to go back to that because I
Yeah.
had so much more energy. I just had a baby and I was a size 8. It was crazy. So yeah, I agree. I can
I ended up
understand
watching too. What also helped prompt me to decide to go vegetarian was I watched a documentary on Netflix called What the Health,
that. Uh-huh.
and to see like how they like what it is with
And
animals,
how the
and
process butchered.
it was just so
Oh my
much, and I
God.
was just like, okay, this
Easy.
it, yeah, this is it for me. I'm
Easy.
done.
Yeah.
But then what helps me with maintaining vegetarianism is, like I told you, being around certain things that I know this is the same wavelength. I'm on the same, length as I watched another one called "You Are What You Eat."
Mm.
It was twins edition, so that really
Oh
got me interested. So
yeah.
I'm okay. I'm a twin. Let me see.
Yeah.
And they compared twins because they had the same DNA genetics, so they
Yeah.
could kind of do the research compared to two people who are the same.
Right.
If you change one person's diet and another person's, what would be the difference?
Mm-hmm.
So they had an omnivore and then they had a vegetarian, and they sent them their food the first 4 weeks, then they had to make their own food the second 4 weeks.
Okay.
And there were really large differences in comparison to becoming a vegetarian to maintaining omnivorism.
Oh wow.
And vegetarians, the study that they showed, they did lose weight. Their metabolism was higher. Their sex drive was higher.
Yeah.
All of these things
All
just
good
for
stuff.
simply changing their diet.
Wow.
So it just made me kind of like just even more decide I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I could keep this going. And then variety, just finding foods that do taste good.
Yeah.
I can make on my own. Or we've been finding restaurants, if I'm going to spend some money,
Yeah.
restaurants that do serve what I like to,
Right.
what I would like to eat. So,
Oh, I love that. That's so cool.
I don't know how we got to that, but yeah.
Yeah, I know we're just going and flowing, going and flowing. So that's so cool. So we talked about so many different relationships
Yeah.
in your life that's important, money,
Yeah.
food, all of that. I want to talk a little bit about beauty. Beauty is near and dear to my heart, and I believe that because we're women and just you and being in this industry where you have to show up
Yeah.
all the time
Yeah.
as your perceived best self, how is that relationship with beauty and how did you get there? Because like you said, you wasn't always in this
Yeah.
industry, but you were always
I'm always on the forefront.
on a platform. So
Always.
how was that?
Yeah. Mindset first. So I've always had to kind of talk to myself.
Okay.
I don't really know a whole lot about makeup and all of
Yeah.
these things. So I lean on people like you who understand where I come from in this. Then I couldn't wear makeup. So I was raised Pentecostal.
Okay.
So I was not allowed to. So you have to be confident in what you have and who you are, regardless. So I'm confident with no makeup. It's just the
Right.
environments that I'm in is kind of like, but everybody has it on.
Yeah, it's like that pressure.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
So I lean to people like you who are experts in this space and who love what they do. And so, but knowing that in the back of my mind gives me confidence. But when I do have to make this special appearance, I know I could, call for she
Yeah.
and actually feel more confident that I'm going to go in this space and I will match the energy that I see,
Yeah.
Is being presented. Otherwise, if I can't get to you or an expert like you, I'm gonna walk in this room regardless with this confidence because this is what I got.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
I love that.
What I won't let it do, that I have in the past, is make me not go.
Yeah.
I'm not ready, or I don't have the right this.
Yeah.
I don't look the right this. To me, that leaves room for missed opportunities.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think self-acceptance is like the number one.
Yeah.
And the fact that you were able to do it, makeupless, is like crazy.
Girl.
That's why I'm like, what's your secret? Yeah, but just self-talk, the way you talk to yourself.
All the time.
Yeah.
And I also have people who kind of, boost me and you look great. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Go out there. That type of thing. And I don't want to let them down either.
Yeah.
So I go.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about no makeup at all.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I got my eyelashes, I'm good. But there are those occasions where I want more. So that just means I'm gonna call this expert. But like I told you earlier, you teach classes, so I'm gonna get in
Yeah.
one of your classes
Yeah.
and try to and learn.
I love that.
Learn more.
I love that
Yeah.
that you're even willing to accept that and just this. I love this version of you that I'm able to see. Also, like you're coming into new heights.
I am.
Congratulations on
Thank
your
you.
promotion, and
Thank
it's
you.
just like you want to match. And I tell people this all the time: the version that you are and everything that God has around you, you want to match that, and you
Yeah.
want to make sure that your story outside of what people know and before you even talk matches that, and what people see is your book cover, and
Yeah.
this is your book cover. So
Yeah.
the fact that you are open to learning more and to do it in a way to where it makes you feel comfortable and it's custom to you. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that.
Thank you. I'm
So
becoming.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm becoming. I love that. We're all becoming.
Yeah.
We're all becoming. And it's a fun thing. It's a very fun thing. I think we stress too much as entrepreneurs about our future versions. And we just need to sit in this moment that we are and
Yeah.
enjoy the ride, because you'll look back and you'll have everything. It's like, I didn't take the time to even enjoy
Yeah.
that. So,
One of the things I'll say to business owners too is what matters is systems and processes.
oh, hello.
If you want to go further, faster, more effectively, you will need to figure that part out.
Yeah.
And if you don't figure it out, then pay somebody.
Yeah.
Just hire someone if you can.
Mm-hmm.
It will save you so much time and energy. Those are some of the things that I've even learned now. Uh, in my scale and the scale of the business and the station, all these things, you gotta have it.
Yeah.
You need to know. You need to have that. Okay, A to B. What is the funnel?
Mm-hmm.
What is the process when a person connects with you from just saying hello to now they're your customer or your client? So creating systems and processes that are smooth and efficient, that can become effective so that you make more sales,
Yeah.
so you can have more businesses or whatever it is you decide to do. That is a very much so key component.
Yeah.
And I think that we do just do it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much AI technology and so many things that will share with you how to create these things,
Yeah.
that you really just have to take that solitude time, that time to yourself, and go and do that. If you don't figure out nothing else, create a system for yourself.
Create your system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll make everything flow a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like life is chaotic already, so have something in line. Outsourcing,
Yeah.
I agree. Outsource. Yeah, so I love that. So I'm so glad that I had you here, and like you said, she don't wear makeup. So the fact that she has a full face, I was blessed to be able to do her makeup today, and the fact that you even took that leap. I appreciate
it's
you.
a whole leapfrog.
I appreciate
it's a jump
you.
for real.
So tell me a little bit about that experience.
Yeah.
Like what do you like about
Yeah.
the makeup, and what do you think that you could look forward to?
Sure. So with this makeup that I have on today, it's light. I don't like cakey makeup.
Okay.
I don't feel like this is cakey. And I think that you looked at my outfit and kind of did all of that you could to match me, my vibe, and the colors that I have in my outfit, so I can appreciate that. And then I do like that you took your time with it, and it was rather quick. I was saying earlier that typically if I have to get it done, 30 minutes, 45 minutes for sure at minimum is what it takes. But I think with the way that you did it, it was rather smooth, rather quick. And that's also what prompted me to decide to join your class and also get a makeup pack from you. Because if it's that easy, surely I could do it.
Yeah.
So, and I'm saying that no disrespect to any professional out there that does this. But it just made me feel a little bit better about buying the product. So, but I feel good about this. It's not too cakey. It does feel light. And I feel like you matched my skin tone rather well. So.
Yeah, you look gorgeous.
Well,
to
thank
me.
you.
You look gorgeous. And And I'm just happy and proud for you even wanting to take that leap from no makeup to something. We're giving the girls something out here. So, last but not least, can you tell anybody that might be looking at you, might be inspired by your story, what you're doing, and leave them with something that can kind of encourage them in their own journey?
Yeah. I would say to anybody that's, watching this, that is taking time out of their day or in their workout, who's
Yeah.
listening to this podcast, she said, what?
What?
That you say that to yourself.
Yes.
That you really recognize that you are where you're supposed to be. And anywhere that you want to go, you can get there with a little bit of discipline. Discipline is so necessary.
Yeah.
I'm talking to me, too. I'm just talking to y'all that are watching and listening, but it's such a necessary component to expand your who, your why, and that thing that drives you. I would say that find what is missing, truly. And if that is what you appreciate, enjoy, love, then you do everything in your power to live in that. You like makeup.
Yeah.
You made a whole line.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I love people and I love music and I love what I do for community. I love senior citizens. I love young adults. And so I create initiatives for that. I am on purpose about making sure that the people that I encounter, it could be a help to these particular initiatives. Yes. So I would say, think about what you love in a real, real way and find out how you can live like that every day. I'm truly living a life I love.
Love it. Love it.
I'm so grateful.
Love that.
And I thank you for this opportunity.
Of course.
This is so much fun.
Thank you for being here.
Your stage is awesome.
Thank you.
Your platform, the flowers are amazing. I'm so impressed by you, your presentation, and just you stepping out and deciding to do this.
Thank you.
People might say, "Oh, everybody has a podcast. You can do but you doing it.
Yeah.
And it's so important to just start.
Yeah.
And you just started, and I'm so excited. So thank you for just giving to the world what it looks like to be beautiful. Not only in the skin that you're in, but with the makeup that you have to provide.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, this was Amanda Sapp, honey, and I love it. How can everyone find you? Because she does coaching, speaking, all the things. So how can they find you?
You can go to my Instagram at the Amanda Sapp. You can follow me on my morning show, the Amanda Sapp Morning Show on Amazing 102.5 FM. I'm always hosting wonderful events. I'm always speaking at an amazing. I'm just so grateful. This isn't to boast, but I know where I come from.
Come say it. We all about boasting.
This is
on
so
this
good.
Show.
I'm so grateful. So follow me on my Instagram at the Amanda Sapp. You can find me on Facebook.
For
Amanda
them,
Sapp.
Please.
Yes. TheAmandaSapp. Facebook is Amanda Sapp. Everything is Amanda Sapp.
Amanda Sapp.
Type that up. You could Google me. I'm Googleable. I know.
Yes.
One of my comedian
you somebody
friends,
if you're Googleable.
Yeah. I got to shout out my comedian friends, Lil Daryl. He got a shirt that says this. I'm Googleable.
Yeah.
So I have that. So just search Amanda Sapp and everything I do will come up. And I'm just grateful and I'm excited. I'm proud. Yes. I'm honored to be in the space. People like you, listeners like you, viewers like you. I'm just so grateful.
Love it.
I am just grateful.
Love it. Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And until next time on She Said What? Catch you next time.